All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first RnB Brunch podcast. This is different. This is a vibe. I like the energy already. We've been having fun. You guys haven't seen that, but y'all gonna see it in a minute. We got some good people here today. Great conversation and talk. We're gonna go through some different subjects. Some might be a little dodgy. Some might be fun. Let's see what we're gonna get into. Let's start off with a little introduction.
My name is Fantasy Say. I am a media personality. I host events. I'm a voiceover artist. I'm also a talk show host. And the list goes on.
Joyce Riley from Soon Restaurant. That's one of the things I do, but I guess I'm here in that capacity, so we'll get into more deeper later on. I'll pass it on.
My name is Bakary Ibrahim Asidibe. I'm a Gambian. I love to be a Gambian. And I've been away from the Gambia for almost about 23, 24 years. Coming back home is just a big refresher for me. And my vision right now is just to focus on our future leadership, which is the young youths of the Gambia. I'll let Issa actually do his thing too.
Love for that. I like that. Love for that.
Yeah, my name is Issa Sok, aka DJ Easy Boy.
Come on. Yeah.
I'm in between two things. My profession is actually a carpenter. I'm a certified carpenter and I work with construction and interior design and stuff like that. Outside of that, I just love music and entertainment. So I work with different artists. David J is one of them. I'm involved in the studio process of making the beats and stuff like that. At the same time, I'm sitting with architects and interior designers, looking at technicals and being part of that design. But I love building stuff with my hands. Yeah. All right. Okay. You're doing that for everybody. All right.
Yeah.
Just for the intro.
All right. Last but not least, my name is Herman Little. I am the owner and operator of Energy Cigar Coffee Cafe, the first cigar establishment in the Gambia. I am a business professional, been in the music and the entertainment industry for over 20 plus years. And for the last 15 years, I am a certified creative coach. So all things creative, using your imagination to come up with some wonderful solutions for life or just have fun. That's what we are. That's who, and I say we are, and I believe that I am a culmination of all things that it. So here we are at Energy Cafe.
Yes, sir.
Power. So I actually really didn't get to introduce myself, but I go by the name of David J. My real name is Dauda Jata, so I'm also a Gambian. Happy to be back with these lovely people here today. I'm a musician. I'm a songwriter. I'm also a host. I work with different brands like Red Bull and Google and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I'm kind of like easy in that same way. First podcast ever.
We didn't do this for you. We didn't do this for you.
First one. So the RnB Brunch.
Yeah.
Now, what is it about RnB Brunch that's bringing something to the Gambia which hasn't been seen before?
Yeah.
It's a concept. So please elaborate on that, sir, please.
I think what we bring is to create a safe hub for people that are outside of the Gambia and people that are in the Gambia also. I've been living in Sweden for the past 20 years. Did a lot of stuff there and I keep coming to the Gambia every year. Every year I come to the Gambia. And I try to do things, but I never had a place where I can go and feel safe and feel like I can invest my money, I can get some advice and stuff like that. And I keep asking myself, why isn't I heard of a lot of diasporan groups, but I've never seen anything that is coming out of it. Maybe I need to do more research, but I haven't seen it. Then I came up with the idea of RnB Brunch, whereby we're different experts doing different things, but we can be a hub for people that are coming back or want to come back or have no connection with Gambia and they want to do something in the Gambia.
When you mean people who's doing different stuff, like what do you mean we doing different stuff? Do you mean like...
So in terms of doing different stuff, I work with construction and music. He works with sports.
Right.
She works with something else.
Right.
Herman is a musician. So we are going to cater to everybody, but we don't want to keep everybody with us. So if somebody come and is like, look, I saw your stuff online, I want help, and you want to get into media, then we're like, okay, Fanta, we have somebody, because we trust Fanta. She's serious and she has shown it. So we connect Fanta with that person. The only time we step in if Fanta is like, guys, okay, this is bigger than the resources that I have. I need Herman, or I need David, or I need Joy, or Bakari to step up. That's when we step up and help. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Makes sense, bro.
That's all I got to say.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes you can begin,
What are you saying about RnB Brunch? Because Easy is a Gambian.
Yeah.
So even though he's been away and now he's back, you're actually not from here.
Right.
This is not your home country. You know what I mean? So what is your perspective on the RnB Brunch? And what do you feel like for you as a foreigner coming in the country? Exactly. Like how do you see it? Like what's your point of view?
Sure. So I like the idea that RnB Brunch is a concept, right? Because the concept of brunch, it's not necessarily breakfast. It's not necessarily lunch. It's a hybrid. It's something in between.
Yeah.
Right? R&B is a mixture of rhythm and blues, right? But you get that soul, right? Again, me being a creator, it's something about fusion. It's something about creativity, right? So brunch is creating cuisine. It's a creative cuisine so people can come together. You may not like breakfast. You may not like lunch. I want a hodgepodge, right? So RnB Brunch is just that, an opportunity where all these many things can come together to work together, right?
Yeah.
So as an outsider looking in, I'm from America, and coming back to the Gambia, I'm looking for an opportunity for somebody like me that I may not be Gambian. I may not be really American.
Yeah.
What am I? And how do I fit in this environment?
Yeah.
So RnB Brunch is an opportunity or a concept where people can come together, show their gifts, show their talents, feel good about it, eat some great food, listen to some great music, and see how we can collaborate together.
Wow.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
No, people can just forget whatever I said.
And whatever he said, because I don't even know what I said.
So basically, after what you said, he was the guy behind you that goes, yeah. That's exactly what just happened, right? Yeah. That's exactly what just happened. So, Joyce, do you, as an entrepreneur, as a powerful woman in your position, is there something that you're hearing? Is there something clicking? Is there something that you're hearing? Like, do you hear opportunity? Do you hear possibilities? Is there anything like inspiring you in this direction?
Sure. I mean, hearing it, I'm just thinking this is much needed here because, I mean, there's a lot of gatekeeping here going on. So it's especially for somebody who has no connections to how it works, knows the road to take. I think this is an entry point for everybody, Gambian or non-Gambian. It would be great if when I had come back home, I had something like that, and it would have saved me a lot of time because I tried many different routes and then realized, oh no, this does not work. So if somebody could have easily told me it wasn't going to work, I might have, saved myself a lot of time. So yeah, that, and we live in a community here. It's very tight-knit. So having somebody to introduce you to certain things or walk you through the process does help a lot. So bravo, God. Good job.
I don't know with these finger snaps. I keep going.
That
Oh,
is-
this is something
I really
that's
do.
going to be happening all the time now. Right?
So that's just kind of moving forward on that center. Talk to me. So what is it for you as a woman in your position, all the medias, all the stuff that you're doing, how you're in touch with the culture, and actually a first move on a lot of things and making things move and shake? What would you tell your friend? Why should they come to Gambia? What do you see? Because you out. Yeah, there you in the street. Yeah. What's going on? Like, talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I think that's a very important question. Looking at Gambia, I always say Gambia is such a young country because Gambia is full of young people. And we have so many ideas. And to the point, like, I consider myself a young person, but I still look at younger people and I'm like, ooh, what ideas do they have? I want to hear from them. I saw a video shot by a bunch of students that haven't even graduated yet. And I reached out to the person and I was like, who are these people? I think I want to work with them. I think that's what Gambia is. Gambia has so much history that it could be developed into anything, into storytelling, into arts. There was a story told to me by my teacher. And I remember my dad was around at that point and I came home and I was like, oh, this is the story they told me. He took the story right out of my mouth and ran it down like he was my teacher because he was telling me, the story they were telling me was a story about my dad.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like his father's father, how he came from Mali, how we are originally from Sunjata Keta. So I feel like Gambia is so rich that whether it is entertainment, whether it is arts, whether it's acting, whether it is business, it's a hub. It is small, but it has that. So taking that business aspect of it where money can be made, Gambia is peaceful.
Right.
And we are really warm. Early on in the year for Gambia's independence, I had an interview with BBC One Extra, Eddie Caddy. And he said to me, I'd been in Gambia once.
Right.
And then he had asked me a question and he said, what does Gambia mean to you? I said, warmth.
Yeah.
It's very warm. It doesn't matter what's going on.
It is
Everyone is
literally
welcoming.
warm.
It is quite literally warm as well.
Yeah.
But I said to him, Gambia means warmth. And because he had visited Gambia once, he said to me, you know what, Fanta, I'll agree. I felt right at home when I went to Gambia. I feel like we have so much to sell when it comes to tourism. I meet people and then you visit the world halfway across the world and they ask you where you're from and you say Gambia. They're looking at you like, huh? Yeah. And I'm just so happy to tell you about Gambia because I feel like there's so much to say. So yeah, when you look at Gambia, when you hear Gambia, when I meet people, these are the stories I tell them because I think we have so much to offer. It just requires the right mind, the right eyes, and the right ears.
Yes, that's
What I'm hearing you say is direction.
yeah.
That's what I'm hearing you saying.
That too.
Direction.
That too.
You need somebody to lead that. I like that. Yes. That warmth. Yeah. Bucks. You work with youth organizations, sports, and talking about direction. I feel like this is a subject that you can elaborate a little bit about and hopefully also just elaborate and kind of give us a conclusion of what you feel like. Why the Gambia? Why here? Why is this the next move?
David, thanks for actually asking me that question. One thing about me, once you get to know me, you'll know the passion I have for kids. For my own kids, to the neighbors' kids, to strangers' kids. I just love kids. And people will ask me, bro, why do you always say kids, kid? Why do you love kids so much? I'm like, they're the most intelligent beings in the world. Why is that? Kids are the only beings that are willing to learn. Kids are more creative than any being in the world because they have an underdeveloped brain which is working to be developed. That's art itself.
Right.
Because if you start from nothing and you connect into dots to create something, if it's positive, it becomes powerful.
Yeah.
But if it's told that it cannot be positive, it becomes a nuisance. And our noise that we are making here in Africa is a bunch of nuisance. And that is the direction you're talking about. That is what we are trying to bring in. I've been told a lot of things about Gambia before coming in. It's a very hard place to actually be successful. I'm like, no, that's not true. It's all about how you come in to study the people first. When I came in, I didn't listen to what people were telling me. I traveled from Banjul all the way down to Koinde, the last village in the Gambia, meeting people, talking to kids, seeing sightseeing, all of that. Getting bitten by these mosquitoes, they nearly killed me, but I still got Sumawaji. It's a journey, bro. But all of that is part of the experience. Yeah, that makes me sit down here and be a part of RnB Brunch. So if I want to sit down here to talk all about the experiences I just actually, received or blessed with in this country, this conversation will not end right now. But come to RnB Brunch.
Yeah.
Let's sit down and have that conversation.
Nice plug.
Yeah.
It's American selling. Gambia, I all know everybody loves Gambia. Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana. Wherever you go in Africa, right? If you tell them you're Gambian, you know what they see? A hardworking person.
Joyce, I feel like there's something that kind of jumped out for me. And not only did you slightly touch it in terms of coming here and trying to quote unquote start over or start your business or start what you want to do, but what do you feel like could be put in place? If you could say right now, we might need some seminars, we might need to do this, me and Fanta need to get together, bring 3 other black gallem on the team, we need to do something for the women out here. What do you think what do you think it needs to get done? Because obviously you felt it on your own skin, and you've seen abroad, you travel abroad. We had a short conversation about you traveling a lot, so obviously you've seen the world.
Yeah, I've seen the world. But every time I say this, every time I land, that flight lands into Banjul International Airport, I have goosebumps. I feel the chills because there's nowhere I feel so fulfilled, so at home than this country. And I think we have so much to offer. We just need structure. And I say somebody should launch Project Gambia. Not because, there's always these conversations about the government doing this and the government doing that. I think as private citizens, I see so much potential in what we can do and what we can achieve if we come together.
Right.
For me, it's tourism, it's agriculture, it's education. Okay. And I have my first degree in agriculture. I was a farmer. I was going across the country teaching women how to start poultry as a business for a few years. And I went into hospitality. So I think all my life has really been structured towards what does Gambia need? Right? So first it was agriculture, then tourism. In terms of education, and I do this. I have a foundation. We send girls to go to university. I currently have 22 girls at the University of the Gambia. So it's like really...
Wait.
Wow.
Wait. You're a DJ, but one second, let me just You're not just going to jump over.
Yeah, wow.
But I'm just thinking, in our little ways, right? If we can each contribute to what Gambia needs, we would be so much other than where we are. And I just love this place so much. And you see the love everywhere, right? And yes, we can get a bit lazy. And I think that's also part of our culture because Gambia is a place. I was sitting here the other day and I was thinking, if I chose not to go to work in New York, I would be kicked out of my apartment. Like, this is the only place where I have the liberty to say, I'm not going to work today. And then I go to my aunt's house and there's a spread on the table and I don't have to worry about bills to pay. So
Right.
I think it somehow makes us complacent. But again, we need to do the work. We're running behind. And it's really up to us, the young people, to make that change, to make that difference. So in terms of what we can do, I say as private citizens, not to underestimate the power of your influence or your work. So we each need to put in that effort in a respective ways.
Man, definitely. RnB Brunch,
Yeah.
first podcast ever. Energy Coffee Cafe. I might get a little cigar, I might get a little other. Might have to put me on a little cigar. I might have to swing a little something in the glass, you know. Nah, man, it's been a pleasure, man. And yeah, easy. Some closing words for us, man.
Bro, I'm just out of words, man, to be honest, because I really didn't expect this to be like this. Not that I was expecting less from you guys. That's a little bit confusing, but we get the approach everybody on this table for a reason. But I didn't expect it to be this powerful, right? So, and this was the whole reason why we try to put RnB Brunch together. Because I'm a person that, when I say this to myself, it kind of confuses me because I'm a person that overthinks everything, but I'm a person that don't think also.
I get it.
I get
I get it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't
When I have to
no
do
idea.
something, I don't think about it.
It's go time.
I'm just
Once you're zeroed on what you want to
exactly. It's it.
you're doing
And nobody can
prior
start
to
from
that.
me.
You're thinking about everything
Exactly.
to the smallest detail.
Yeah,
I feel you.
exactly.
DJ.
I'm so happy that somebody can.
I get it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And like Bakari mentioned before, we just need to concentrate on the solutions and move forward. I had a conversation with an older gentleman than me. We were talking about Gambia, and he started going on and complaining. I was just listening. I'm very patient. I was just listening for an entry point. And then he was like, I'm like, but what do you do about it? No, government. I'm like, when you wake up, do you clean the front of your house? He said, no.
Right.
I said, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Man in the mirror.
On your fence, do you put up a solar light? He said, no. I said, bro, if anybody wakes up and clean the front of your house, the whole street will be clean. Right? Just clean around your fence. Your neighbor do the same. The next neighbor do the same. The street will be clean. And if you think the street is too dark, just put up a light on your house that is lighting the street. Your neighbor do the same, and the next neighbor do the same. What do we have now? I have lights everywhere. Everywhere is only they're bright.
Nice.
Exactly.
Community, everybody.
And this can translate to everything else. It's not that difficult. Just something small every day. We're going to reach our goals.
So, like, as a business owner, coming from America, starting up here in the Gambia, I have the people in place. I have the process going. I have a product that I'm selling, right? As a business coach, I'm always looking at those 3 Ps, right? But it is the 4th P that I'm gonna add after tonight. Partnerships. Can I get your hand, guys? Yeah, you're not, in this alone.
Yeah.
So RnB Brunch gives us the opportunity for business owners,
Right.
where we can start and says we're starting a business. I have my staff, I have the people, I have the process,
Yeah.
I have this product, but I need partnerships,
Yeah.
right? So for somebody like Energy Cigar Coffee Cafe, if I don't have that extra partnership,
Yeah.
who will help me get this concept out?
No, but
I can hire the people. I can have the process. You can even help me with my product, right?
yeah.
But again, I need partnerships. That is what RnB Brunch is about.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bro, RnB Brunch, man, we structured already.
For sure. Best come in. So on that note, I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming through. Trish, time, conversations, the advice, the knowledge. And yeah, man, it's been a pleasure to be a part of this. RnB Brunch podcast, event, concept, everything coming in to take over the country. For everybody watching, please don't hesitate. Comment. Do you guys feel like there's any specific subjects or things that you feel like we need to touch base on? Or do you guys feel like there's any conversations that would be interested talking about and getting more into? Please comment, subscribe. You know how I go. Like, share. You know how I go. But yeah, man, RnB Brunch, it's been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every one of y'all. Should we have some fun today, man? Hey, that's a great conversation. Thank you. Are we ready with the figures now? All right, man. RnB Brunch, man. We out.
Cheers.